You caught yourself doing it again yesterday, talking to your dog in that voice. The baby voice, the one you swore you'd never use, asking him how his day was, telling him he's such a good boy, apologizing for leaving him alone for 3 hours like you've committed an unforgivable betrayal. Your friend noticed, gave you that look, the one that's half amused, half concerned. You know that's a dog, right? And you smiled, laughed it off, made a self-deprecating joke about being a crazy cat lady or a dog mom or whatever label people use to dismiss the way you feel. But here's what you didn't say. Yes, I know it's a dog. And I love this dog more than I've loved most humans. This dog gets the version of me that's patient, nurturing, unconditionally giving. This dog gets the parent I would have been, the parent I might never be, the parent I needed and never had. So yes, I talk to my dog like they're my child. Because in every way that matters emotionally, they are. And you're tired of apologizing for it. Let's address the judgment first, because it's everywhere. People who treat their pets like children are mocked relentlessly, called crazy, told they're projecting, accused of having something missing in their lives that they're trying to fill with an animal. And that last part, it's actually true, but not in the way they mean it. Because here's what critics miss. Everyone is trying to fill something. Everyone is trying to meet needs that didn't get met. Everyone is trying to give and receive love in whatever form feels safest. Some people do it through romantic relationships, some through careers, some through actual children, and some do it through a creature that will never reject them, never judge them, never grow up and realize they're flawed. That's not pathological. That's deeply, painfully human. The cultural narrative says that pets are pets and children are children, and never the two shall meet. But that narrative ignores the psychological reality of what's actually happening. When you treat your pet like your child, you're not confused about species. You're responding to the same neurochemical patterns that govern all caregiving relationships. When you look at your dog, your brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that floods a mother's system when she looks at her infant. When your cat purrs against you, you feel needed, important, like you matter to another living being. When you come home and your pet loses their mind with joy at seeing you, you experience unconditional positive regard. The thing Carl Rogers said every human needs and most never get. Your pet doesn't care if you got promoted or gained weight, or said the wrong thing at dinner. They care that you're home, that you exist, that you're theirs. And for people who grew up without that kind of unconditional acceptance, that's not trivial. That's transformative. So, when you buy your dog a birthday cake, when you carry your cat's photo in your wallet, when you refer to yourself as their parent, you're not being ridiculous. You're meeting a need, a legitimate human need for nurturing connection. And the fact that the recipient has 4 legs doesn't make the need less real. Here's what people who treat their pets like children are actually doing. They're practicing love. For many, pets are the first beings they've felt safe enough to love fully, without defense, without the fear of abandonment that poisons human relationships. Because pets can't leave you for someone better, can't decide you're not enough, can't weaponize your vulnerability against you. They just love you back, simply, completely. And if you're someone who's been hurt by humans, who's learned that people leave, that love is conditional, that vulnerability is dangerous, a pet offers something revolutionary: safety. You can be silly with them, soft with them. You can baby talk and cuddle and express affection without worrying about being too much. You can practice being the nurturer you wish you'd had, the patient parent, the one who doesn't yell, the one who meets needs without resentment. And maybe, just maybe, in loving this creature so fully, you're learning to love yourself, learning that you're capable of the tenderness you were denied. Then there's this. For people who are child-free by choice or circumstance, pets offer a way to channel parental instincts without the lifetime commitment, financial burden, or existential terror of raising a human. You get to nurture, to care for, to be needed. to have a morning routine that involves someone other than yourself. But at the end of the day, your pet doesn't need college tuition, doesn't need therapy to recover from your mistakes, doesn't grow into a teenager who hates you. The stakes are lower, the timeline is shorter, the love is simpler, and there's no shame in choosing that. Not everyone is meant to be a parent to humans, but everyone has the capacity to love. And if that love finds its expression in a pet who sleeps in your bed and has their own Instagram account, that's not sad. That's adaptation. That's making a life that works for you instead of the one you're supposed to want. People also miss this. Pets don't replace children. They replace loneliness. They give you someone to come home to, someone whose day revolves around you, someone who notices when you're sad and responds with presence instead of advice. In a world of increasing isolation, where people live alone more than ever, where community has fractured, where human connection requires so much performance and navigation, pets offer uncomplicated companionship. They don't care about your social status, don't judge your life choices, don't need you to be anything other than present. And for highly sensitive people, for introverts, for anyone exhausted by the complexity of human relationships, that simplicity is medicine. So when someone says, "It's just a pet," what they're really saying is, "I don't understand the kind of loneliness you're solving," and that's fine. They don't have to. Here's the truth. Treating your pet like your child isn't about the pet. It's about you finally allowing yourself to love openly, to be soft, to be needed, to matter. It's about creating a relationship where you get to be the good guy, the reliable one, the one who shows up. And maybe that's healing something. Some part of you that was neglected or abandoned or told your love was too much. Now you have a being who thinks your love is exactly right, who wants more of it, who thrives because of it. That's not crazy. That's completion. So yes, your dog has a stroller. Your cat has a birthday party. You call yourself a pet parent without irony, and people can laugh. Let them. Because you found a way to love and be loved that doesn't require you to shrink or perform or protect yourself. You've found a being who thinks you're perfect exactly as you are. And if that looks like parenthood, if it fills the same needs, if it lights up the same parts of your brain, then maybe the label doesn't matter. Maybe what matters is this. You're no longer alone. You have someone who needs you, who loves you, who makes your house feel like a home. And whether that someone has 2 legs or 4 doesn't change the fact that love is love. And yours is real.